I have a few times been told that, like, because I'm a female, I should be doing stuff in the kitchen and not be outside and just doing mostly female-dominated stuff.
Who tells you that sort of stuff?
My brother.
I had a falling out with one person once in year 10 or something, and he told his friends what didn't happen and they got all angry at me. So any time I'd go near them at like high school or just walking past them on the street, it was like, hey faggot, and all that stuff.
I think mainly when I was in high school, like my first couple of years, mainly because I'm a kid with long hair and I listen to different music, and I got picked on a lot for that just because of my appearance. The only thing that made me uncomfortable was when they would, for example, they would call me a faggot because of my long hair. For some reason, a male having long hair was feminine, or that was some sort of an insult. I just found it strange how being insinuated as a homosexual was something to be ashamed of or was an insult.
I have had moments where, given my appearance, people can't really tell where I'm from, and often I make that a game, which I don't mind, but people approach me in the street and like, where are you from? But after a while you start to wonder, like, why does that matter?
My friend group is quite diverse. Teachers tend to skip over them and don't engage with them as much, and one of my friends, because she was the only Asian looking person there, the teachers just refused to give her food.
I have had a few friends who have been bullied because of their race and whatnot, and there's so much you can do with peer pressure and whatnot, but you do stand up for them, so that's what's important. Just try and put yourselves in other people's shoes and try and understand where they come from. That's what equality means to me.
Short story, in year 2 we were learning about Australian history. We were reading those picture books about Australian history, about the white Australian policy and everything before that and everything afterwards. And there's one part I remembered where they said "Ching Chong Chinese man," and since I was the only Chinese boy in my class, everyone was like, "Ah, Ching Chong Chinese man, Ching Chong Chinese man," and I didn't know I was being discriminated.
I tend to dress in a bit of black, and I get a lot of people assuming things against me, that I'm rude because I dress the way I do. When I dress in black, in band t-shirts, I get a lot of, "Oh, you're so emo, you must cut yourself and you must sacrifice things," and it's not about that, it's about the music, and it's I can dress freely, and it's just so many negative things, nothing positive stereotypes. It's really hurtful.
Been an openly gay woman since I was about 20. That was probably the first time I'd really experienced any sort of discrimination. And then I guess in my early 20s, I think it's pretty obvious, I started to actually grow some facial hair and made a choice that I didn't have a problem with it. So I chose not to, bend to society's view of what women should look like and how they should present, and because of that I get discriminated against on a daily basis. So I've been abused, I've been threatened, so it's quite a regular occurrence that I experience.
I think it comes down to a lot of things. I think it comes down to ignorance. It can come down to their own personal feeling of fear or powerlessness, or wanting to assert power over a particular person for a particular reason. It can come from a malicious perspective, but also people can discriminate against others even when they don't realise that's what they're doing. And I think that conversation around indirect discrimination is something that we need to talk more about.
People see discrimination, see inequality every day, no one seems to say anything, and increasingly we're living in a more individualised society. People are so focused on themselves and focused on their phone or what's happening on social media in their life.
I feel like people need to discriminate or bully or sort of pick people out, because I feel like everyone fundamentally has the same things going on some level. Everyone's in pain or suffering or And it's just much easier than other people than to actually connect with their pain. And I think sometimes it's also about when you see someone that you judge, it's much easier to judge them than think you could ever be in that position, because it's actually quite scary. Just say you walk down the street and saw someone sleeping rough, to ever think to yourself, I could potentially, that could happen to me, which it could. It's very possible that anybody could reach that position.
People are very busy. They've got busy lives, they've got lots of things to get through each day, and more often than not, we're in our own little pockets. So if someone that comes along that's a little bit different, yes, it is confronting. But I have always felt in life that it's really great to mix with people that are different to me, because I'm going to learn more about cultures, learn more about different ways of doing things, maybe learn ways that are, to do things that are better than the way I'm currently doing things.
Every day I'll reach out to a friend that I know is struggling every day. And for just a couple of messages, I might spend 5 minutes, might spend half an hour. And I know life's busy. I know it's really busy and we've all got so much going on, but it's so important.
If we can't teach them, how are they going to teach the younger ones? I think the only way we can change is by changing ourselves and hoping it changes on. You don't want to get knocked back time and time again for being different. I've got a bad habit of picking people's flowers and then giving them to other people. My husband's always saying to me, they didn't grow them for you to give away to strangers. Oh well, I am. That makes them smell good, it makes them feel good.
So today is about getting people together to have a discourse surrounding inequality and specific issues that matter to young people, and giving them a way to engage with these issues actively. So we're giving people tasks and ways that they can actually go out and improve inequality themselves that aren't too monumental, but they can do on the day and then tweet about it.
So I'm not sure about the practicality of it exactly, but if we could just reset and let everything be talked about, that would be great. Take away all the stigma from talking about depression or anxiety or anything like that. Just say, hey, it's okay, let's go.
We should respect others and others' decision, and also give them no prejudging and that sort of stuff.
One of the things I love about the human race is we're not all the same. The world would be so boring if we all agreed on everything and believed in all the same things. What we've got to do is accept that difference is okay, and believing different things is okay. It doesn't mean that you should be hated because of it or threatened because of it. So I think, I think we need to really start looking at thinking along those sort of lines, yeah.
Being more open to learning about different people and being able to reflect on ourselves and our own actions is really important. Automatically make these assumptions about people or stereotype huge groups of people and put all the blame on other people without really looking at ourselves and looking at our own actions and how we contribute to that inequality.
I count myself lucky that, the worst I had to put up was people calling me names for my hair. And you have people who are just, whether it be their sexuality or the colour of their skin, even just the smallest things, it really puts into perspective, just some of the hardships people have.
I feel like so many people get put down every day, and it's just not a nice way to live. Everyone should be able to do what they want and be able to just have the same rights as everyone else. And that's going to make people happy, and when people are happy, it's a better life to live.
I don't do too much because I am quite shy, but normally when I'm walking on the streets, I might just say good morning to someone and smile. Someone might just be going through a really dark time, and to know that someone's just smiling could make their day just a lot better.